Hello guys, welcome to another tutorial. Today I want to share with you this half cable knit. As you can see here, she's different from the other cables. Here I bind off some stitches and looks like a half cable. Very lovely stitch. For all the braid we will need 16 stitches, but I will start with half of the stitches and then let's increase the stitch to do the twist to the left. I recommend you to use two individual hooks, needles, because at the row number 10 we need to twist and with the circular needles will not work that well. And let's start for cast on our stitches. I will leave a tail here and I will do here my circle, my magic circle to start to cast on my stitches with, and let's cast on 8 stitches like so. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 stitches. Now we can skip to one needle and start row number 1. For this pattern, our row number 1, row number 3, row number 5 is purling, and row number 2, number 4 and number 6 is knitting. Let's start with purl. The two first rows I always skip the first stitch, and now to purl I have the yarn in front and I do my first purl. The next purl, yarn in front, and I have 3 stitches. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Let's start. Row number 2 is knit, and to knit you knit your yarn on the back of your main needle and you go like so. I will skip the first one. I never do the first one. And now you can start on this position with the yarn at the back. This is knitting. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the last one. And now you may do row number 3, number 4 and number 5. I will meet you at the row number 6. Show you here the difference between work with a yarn that asks for number 5. This one is to work with number 5 needles, and this one I did with number 3. The difference is visible. You have more texture working with different size of needles, but works nice as well. The texture is really amazing, and even using a mixed color yarn will do this beautiful ribbon. I already did my row number 5 here has a purl, and now it's time to do row number 6, and at row number 6 it's the row where we will increase our stitches from 8 to 16 stitch, and let's do it like so. You may put your yarn like so on the back of your needle and go to the back of your first stitch and do a knit. Keep your stitch on your needle And now let's knit another stitch on the same stitch, like so. On this way you have 2 stitches. Again, put your yarn to the back of your needle, go to the back of your stitch, do knit, keep the stitch on your left hand, and now let's do another stitch on the same one as a knit. We increased to 4 stitches on 2 stitches. This is what we will do till the end of this row. Another, let's go to the back, increasing 1 stitch on each single stitch we did before, and now I have 16 stitches. Now let's do row number 7, and row number 7 it's to do all the stitches as a purl. Row number 8, let's turn, do all the stitches as a knit, and row number 9, let's do all the stitches as a purl. I will meet you at the row number 10, and the row number 10, let's only work with half of the stitches. My row number 9 has a purl, and your work should look like this on this row. And now I am at the right side where we will start the row number 10. And row number 10 says to work only 8 stitches. Let's knit 8. I'll skip the first one and now knit 7 stitches more. I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, let me see, 2, 4, 6, 7, and one more, 8 stitches. And now we need to knit another 8 rows more. You may keep knitting only these 8 stitches for more 8 rows. Then we will twist our stitch we have here on the right, twist it to the left. Let's keep purling, knitting, purling, knitting, purling, knitting till row number 9. The row number 9 is supposed to be here at the right side. Step I'm about to do the last row, row number 9. It's all knit. Let me knit the 8 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And now it's time to twist our cable. And now you should do this. You may go from right to the left, like so. This is what we will do. Let's put these stitches in front of this needle. You can see I twisted like so, and now let's put these stitches in front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We did our twist. On this row is where you can see why we need to work with individual knits, because right now we need to go to the left like so and work the row number 11 as a purl, exactly here. Let's go to the wrong side. Let's do the row number 11. It's all the stitches purl, and I will show you how to avoid this little gap we have here between the stitches we worked before. Okay, let's purl row number 11, skip the first one, 1, 3, sorry, with the first one, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. When you reach this stitch, the last one, you may twist it with the first one, with this one, to avoid this little gap. Let's go with this one below, like so. We twisted the stitches here. You can see this will avoid the gap right here. And now let's keep purling till the end. You can see they are together, the stitches all together. And our row number 12, we will need all the stitches, and row number 13 is the last one, and it's the row where we will bind off half of the stitches and start all again. And now you may do row number 12 all as a knit. I am at the row number 12. Let's turn to row number 13 and let's start to bind off the stitches. We are at the wrong side. Our stitches is all purl, and let's bind off as a purl. Skip the first stitch, purl the second one, and your first stitch go over the purl one, the second stitch you did. Let's do again, purl this one, and let's go over this stitch. Let's do this with 8 stitches. Purl again and go over with the previous stitch. We have bind off 3, the next one, you can also do this with a crochet hook if you feel happy with the crochet hook, or you can keep doing with your knit hooks. You need to finish with only 8 stitches, 2, 4, 6, 8. Let me do it with these 2 stitches more. I finished my 8 stitches bind off. I have 7 stitches remaining, 3, 6, 7, and these stitches are all purl, normal purl. You only bind off 8 stitches. Once you finish this row, we will start all our sequence again. We will start our row with 8 stitches as we did at the row number 1. Your next row should be increasing stitches here. Increase from 8 stitches to 16 stitches. This is the sequence for this braid. I hope you had enjoyed to learn it. This sequence I have here, it's on the same row. As you can see, I have 8 stitches here, 8 stitches here, and now I will keep doing my braid, increasing my stitches. Thank you for being here. See you at the next time.